What's going on, guys? JSGC here, back again for another Manchester City transfer video, where today we're going to be warmly welcoming Rayan Ait-Nouri to Manchester City, City's newest signing from this summer. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. We've got daily City transfer updates and regular City transfer content rolling out on my channel here on YouTube. So if you haven't already, do subscribe. It is free. Social media links there in the description if you want to go and follow me on my Instagram, TikTok and X. Email also with the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up on the video. We're aiming for 500 likes, and don't forget as well to get your welcome thoughts in the comments below for Rayan Ait-Nouri. So, having a look then at the 24-year-old left wing-back from Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's going to be Manchester City's newest signing for this summer. I firmly believe that he's been brought in here because Man City, maybe in the long run, are seeing Joško Vardiol as a centre-back at the club. Now, he's not just being seen as he's going to be a player that's playing on the left-hand side and he's going to be playing there as a permanent basis. City may want to use Joško Vardiol as their first-choice player on that left-hand side. I mean, Man City invested, what was it, £70+ million to bring Joško Vardiol in, and they'll have done that for a reason, because they like to see him get forward. But Joško Vardiol is one of them players that played one of the most minutes out of any City player last season. He's a player that's had to keep himself incredibly fit without having much of a rest, and we're heading into what's going to be a new season with no pre-season. We're going to have very little turnaround when it comes to between the Club World Cup and the Premier League season, and we're heading into a World Cup season next summer as well. So it becomes very difficult for players to be able to alternate their minutes, and it was crazy to hear Pep Guardiola making comments about wanting to have that small squad, in particular when it seems the Man City bosses are wanting to try and maximise out the squad for Manchester City to ensure that we've got enough players and enough depth there covered for the full season without having to worry about fatigue, without having to worry about injuries like we have in the last 12 months. The City very much looking to try and firm up their squad, and I feel like that is what we're looking at here with Rayan Ait-Nouri being brought in from Wolverhampton Wanderers. An extra option there for City on the left-hand side if we want to give a rest to Joško Vardiol, or, as we saw from the ending parts of last season, Joško Vardiol looking very sharp when playing as a centre-back and partnering with Ruben Diaz. Of course, if Pep Guardiola does want to come away from his ever-favourite Manuel Akanji from starting, so they may want to look at him as a centre-back. So there is the possibility that Joško Vardiol could be starting alongside Rayan Ait-Nouri. Now, Ait-Nouri is a player that loves to get forward. I'm not going to sit here and say he's got loads of defensive attributes, that he's going to be an outstanding defender and he's going to do the job, and he's Man City's Kyle Walker 2.0 but plays on the left-hand side, because I'd be lying. That isn't going to be the case. He's a player that loves to get forward. He wants to attack. He wants to score goals. He wants to grab assists, and that's something I felt like City have lacked a little bit when it comes to not just on the left-hand side, but across our whole attacking forte outside of Erling Haaland during the first half of the season. The goals kind of dried up towards the end for Erling Haaland once we'd got him back from injury as well. Man City now have got to find a really important way of trying to get as many players involved as possible who are all doing their bit when it comes to the statistical side of football, which is, of course, players who are going to go out and put in the high quality performances, getting the high score ratings, who are going to go out and, more importantly, from the number basis, grabbing assists and scoring goals. And that is what Rayan Ait-Nouri can help Manchester City to do, because it's just another headache, another problem that teams have to think about. Now, I think it'd be a really shrewd signing here from City, in particular for the price. We're looking at, what, 30 to 40 million pound. The rumours are saying it's 35 million pounds that Man City is signing him for, or just under 35 million pounds. So a really top quality signing for a player that's Premier League proven, just 24 years old, entering towards the prime of his years. I'm sure Man City, from a business point of view, will be very happy. It gets Man City's profile back up in Algeria, of course. Since we let Riyad Mahrez go, I'm sure the profile in Algeria has dipped down. So Rayan Ait-Nouri being brought in is sure it's going to dip the profile back up once more in Algeria, what is a massive market that Man City want to be targeting in. But rather than just looking at shirt sales and from a business point of view, how much money a player is going to bring into the club, you've got to be thinking about, is that player the right player for Manchester City, and how are we going to get the very best out of that player player for the club, and what can the club do to help to support that player as well. Now, thankfully, Ait-Nouri is a Premier League experienced player, so I don't have to worry too much about him slotting in and taking too long to adapt to the culture. There isn't much of a difference between Birmingham, where he'll be moving from, and Manchester, so there's not too much of a difference. We don't have to worry about the cultural side of things like maybe we do with Tijani Reinders coming, obviously Netherlands born, coming in from Italy. It's very different here in England than what it is in both the Netherlands and in Italy as well, and the same with Rayan Ait-Nouri that we'll be potentially bringing in as well, with of course him being French born and playing in Lyon. It's very different in France than what it is in England. So with Rayan Ait-Nouri, we don't have to worry about that side of things. It's more we could just start working on the football side of things, and for an affordable price I'm really happy with the signing of Ait-Nouri and what he's going to be capable of doing, in particular from an offensive point of view. I do think he needs to work on his defending, and he will have to work on his defending, but Man City adding quality into their coaching as well, I've no doubt that they'll make Ait-Nouri into a really good all-round solid player. And what I'm most excited for here is Ait-Nouri is just another fantastic option when it comes to when teams want to play the low block against City, both at the Etihad Stadium and when we're playing teams away from home. If we're looking for a player that's going to have an outlet that can break teams open, his ability to burst forward and get into space and create and cause problems is second to none. If you give Ait-Nouri any space, he will cause a lot of problems, and with how occupied defenders are with the likes of Omar Marmoush, with the likes of Erling Haaland and Jeremy Doku, potentially Rayan Ait-Nouri as well, Phil Foden, etc, 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 the teams and their defences are going to be so occupied that you're just adding another headache here for a defensive player who's going to be playing in a creative attacking role that we're going to see here from Rayan Ait-Nouri. So City certainly think that it's worth the risk. To me, one of the highest upcoming prospects that we've got in terms of that left-hand side that City have been looking to target for a little while now. We know the links are out there with Milos Kerkez, who looks set at the time we were recording this for a move to Liverpool. We'd had links, of course, with Anthony Robinson from Fulham as well, the American international who's English-born and classed as homegrown, whereas Ait-Nouri, 24 years old, Premier League proven, got him for a really good price. It makes a lot of sense, so I'm really happy with the signing of Ait-Nouri, and I think he could just end up being one of the best bits of business that Man City do in this summer 2025 transfer window. So they're my thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts, guys, in the comments below. Don't forget to welcome Rayan Ait-Nouri to Manchester City as well, City's newest signing this summer from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up on the video. We're aiming for 500 likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Plenty more City transfer content to come every single day here on YouTube throughout this busy summer transfer window. And also don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links, which include my X, Instagram and TikTok, which you can find in the description. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships or any videos or any general business inquiries, and I'll see you all again real soon for the next one. So welcome Rayan Ait-Nouri to Manchester City. So I've been JSGC, thank you everyone for watching, hope everyone is safe and well, peace, ciao for now, City, get there man.